Okay, ladies, welcome to Creighton Farms. This is our first beginner clinic. My name's Coach Max. I'll be running the session today. Can I get your names and your level?
I'm Melanie and I'm a beginner.
I'm Kelly and I'm a beginner.
I'm SJ and I'm also a beginner.
I'm Sarah and I'm a beginner.
Okay, great. That will be perfect for what we're going to do today. Okay, so I want to get us straight into our warm-up. Okay, so we're going to pair up into two. So I'll have Melanie and Kelly, SJ and Sarah. I would need one of you to demonstrate with me, so let's go with Kelly. So how this works is we're going to take a line each, okay, and we're going to place these lines about 6 feet apart, okay? So one of us is going to be a catcher and one of us is going to be a feeder. So all we're going to do is simply feed the ball to either side of the player 5 times. So 5 onto the right-hand side and then 5 to the left-hand side. What your job is to catch and then pass that ball back to me, okay? I want you to focus on getting back into the ready position after each catch and throw, okay? So if we'll watch this, and again, so throw it back once you catch it, so don't move back, so you throw it out here, and you catch it, and then you throw it back, okay? So hit one out there, so step out, throw it back, there you go, then recover, yep, throw it out, yep, and then throw it back, and then recover, okay? Okay, brilliant. So guys, just a couple questions. How many times do we throw it to one side of each other?
5 each.
Great. And how far apart do we stand?
6 feet.
6 feet.
Okay, perfect. So let's get that going. So grab a line, or we can leave those there. Just grab a line here. There's 2, perfect. Your partner. And
Thank you.
this side's going to be the feeding side first, okay? So Kelly and SJ. Toss to either side. So yeah, let it bounce, throw it to the side, let it bounce.
That's good.
Good.
One more each side.
Good stuff. Okay, great. We'll bring it back in and we'll talk about what we're going to do today for the rest of the session, okay? Okay guys, that warm-up progression will lead us into our skill today, which is forehand volley. So the warm-up allowed us to step, catch that ball, recover into our ready position, okay? So how we're going to translate that in today is we're going to have a feeder on one side of the net for stage 1 with an underhand feed to a volleyer at the other side of the net, okay? That volleyer will be just 2 steps away from the net. The feeder will be in the center of the service box with a simple feed like this. Okay, that volleyer will then volley the ball back to the feeder. We'll repeat that 10 times. Okay, so I just need to ask you a couple of questions. Where should the volleyer be stood?
2 feet behind the line.
2 feet behind the net.
Net.
Yes.
Yep. And then where will the feeder be stood?
In the middle of the
Center of the
service.
service box. And then how many feeds are we going to do?
10.
Great. Okay, so that's stage 1. Okay, stage 2 involves just adding a simple racket feed. Okay, so the racket feed will look something like this. The volleyer is still going to be positioned in the same spot, and they will volley the ball back to the feeder. The feeder will catch it and do it again 10 times. Okay, so where does the volleyer stand?
Start the service line.
Volleyer.
Oh, 2 steps.
Same place.
Yep,
2 feet
the
behind
same
net.
place, same place.
Same place.
The feeder,
Service line.
service line, and how many feeds again?
10.
Perfect. And for stage 3, yep. Stage 3 will be from the orange baseline, okay? So that's in the center of between the yellow baseline and the service line. This is where we're going to do a cooperative drill and we're going to rally, okay? So the volleyer is going to stay at the net, okay, where they were stood for the other 2 stages. So just 2 steps behind the net. The baseline player will stand just behind the baseline, and all we're doing is a simple addition to the feed here. Just control, nice smooth swing to the volleyer, okay? Sorry, where does the volleyer stand?
The same place.
Same place, and the baseline player?
On the yellow line.
Yes, correct, okay. And we'll do that for roughly 2 minutes, and then I'll shout, and then we'll rotate around, okay? So we'll swap roles. So let's say I need a demonstration from Melanie, please. So Melanie, if you could just go on the other side of the net. So we'll start, I'm just gonna put my racket down on the service line here. So I need you in your ready position, correct? And I'm just going to do a simple hand toss. She volleys it back to me. Great. Hand toss. Okay. Great. So we'll pretend that's 10. I'm going to step back, grab my racket, and it's a simple racket feed. Good. Okay. Good. And then where do I go next?
Yellow line.
Yellow line.
Perfect. So I'll go back to the baseline. Melanie stays exactly where she is, and we turn this into a rally. Okay, great. Does anybody have any questions? No. Perfect. Let's get into it. So we'll go Sarah and Kelly this time, Melanie and SJ. Okay, so pick a spot. Basket will be in between the middle right now. Okay, the first spot. And we're in the center of the service box. You can pop your racket down the service line.
Oh, my eye out.
This is awesome. Great control. Okay, guys, that's perfect. That's our 2 minutes. So all I need you to do is reverse roles, okay? So SJ swap with Melanie, and then Kelly swap with Sarah. Okay, so we're putting our racket down, that's fine. Just put your racket down. So we're going back to those 10 hand feeds, okay? Keep that racket up, yep. Keep that racket up. Good. I like the way you're getting that ball in front, volleyers. Keep grabbing that ball in front. Yep, you just need your racket.
I'm still here.
10 from here. Our last rally, guys, okay?
Sorry, that was out of reach.
That's okay. Okay, perfect. Let's bring it in and we'll talk about the game, okay, guys? Okay, guys, that was great work during our skill exercise there. I really enjoyed watching you progress with our forehand volley. I want to take that into a game situation, okay? So we're going to play a game called 2 up, 2 back doubles, where we're going to use the singles line instead of the doubles line today, just for control. So the singles line, and we're going to use our orange baseline here, the dotted lines at the back of the court. How it works is we're going to have 2 players at the net on my side. Our side, we're stood here. So 1 player up in the box here, and then the other player up in the box around here, okay? And then there's going to be 2 players on the baseline. So the net players are going to feed the ball in, okay? So how this works is, let's say SJ and Melanie are at the net here, and we have Sarah and Kelly at the back. SJ will feed the first point to Sarah on the right hand side there. Okay, so that first point plays out, and then Melanie will feed the ball back to Kelly on that side. So we're going to alternate feeds, and we're going to alternate to who we're feeding to. Okay, we're going to play this for 4 rotations. We're going to play this first to 3 points.
Okay.
Okay, just a couple questions. How many points are we going to play to?
3.
Okay, and who feeds?
The net players.
Net players.
Yes, and do we feed alternately or in a straight line?
Alternate. Cross, yeah.
Yes, okay. Let's get into position. We'll go Melanie and SJ here first. Yes, here you go. And out of pocket. Perfect. Kelly and Sarah on the baseline. Okay, so that's 3-0. So where do we go? We rotate 1 to our left. Yes, correct. Perfect. And Sarah, you're going to be the first feeder.
Yeah.
Feed that ball into SJ. Remember to keep those rackets up as volleyers. 3-0. One last rotation, guys.
Go SJ.
Grab a ball on your way around there, SJ.
I'm going.
throw. Let's bring it into the net, guys.
Good job.
High fives. High fives. High fives. Well done, guys.
Go. Very fun.
Okay, guys, that was great fun watching you play those little points there at the end. I thought today's session went brilliantly. I have a question for you guys. What are some takeaways we can take from today's session?
I think like ready position.
Yep.
It's a big one for me.
To build on that, rack it up.
Rack it up. Keep that racket up and in front. Yep. Anything else?
Contact out in front when doing volleys.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah. Those are 3 brilliant examples we can take home and move forwards with. And bring hopefully for next week. Okay. So I look forward to seeing you guys next week and we can work on something else.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Thank you, Max. Good
Cheers,
job, guys.
Thank you.
Good
Good
job.
job.